There's a Border Patrol agent, at least one, living a white supremacist fantasy. He's been caught using a whip. And I know people will say it's not really a whip. Do you think that matters to the person on the other side of the damn thing? Using it like a whip on Haitian asylum seekers. Let's put the graphic up. Okay? Now, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the pictures I would see and the videos I would see of children, black bodies being hosed by those in authority, by those who had public trust placed into them. This reminds me of how they used to round up black folks like cattle. You see, this is unacceptable. And you know what else is unacceptable? The Biden administration's response to it, unacceptable. 100% hypocritical. You all have seen it. This footage started going viral yesterday for sure. Here's what the press secretary said.
Jen, a follow-up question on Haiti. There are photographs and reports of border agents on horseback using what appear to be whips on Haitian migrants. Does the administration view that as an appropriate tactic? Can you speak to that? There are people who are upset about it.
Yeah, understandably so. I've seen some of the footage. I don't have the full context. I can't imagine what context would make that appropriate, but I don't have additional details. And certainly, I don't have additional context. April, I don't think anyone seeing that footage would think it was acceptable or appropriate.
I know you said that there's no context that it would be seen as inappropriate. So the question really is, why would this be happening under the Biden administration? Is this going to stop? What would I wonder sort of what are going to be the consequences if what we're seeing is what we're seeing?
I mean, Yamiche, it's all good questions. We just saw this footage. It's horrible to watch. I just have to get more information on it. Again, April, I don't have more information on it. I've also seen the video. I can't imagine what the scenario is where that would be appropriate. I'm certainly not suggesting that, but we've just seen the footage earlier this morning.
If this is what we see, is it the president's stance or the White House's stance that whoever these border agents are using what seems to be whips on migrants, that they would be fired or at least never be able to do that again?
Of course they should never be able to do it again. I don't know what the circumstances would be. It's obviously horrific, the footage. I don't have any more information on it, so let me venture to do that and we'll see if there's more to convey. Karen, go ahead. I think, April, I absolutely understand your question. I think I've been very clear about how horrific the footage is. I don't have more information. As a US official, I have a responsibility to get more context and information.
As a US official, you just said, of course they should not be able to do it again. But I don't know exactly what they did because I have no context to tell you what they really did. But no, they should never do that thing that I cannot explain to you what they did. They should never be able to do that thing again. You're double talking. Now, sometimes I got friends that work at the White House. They will not tell them certain things so that they can have plausible deniability. They do this routine. It's politics, okay? I'm not sure exactly how much she knew, but I do know this. The Biden administration has not given us a direct guidance on who in the hell is going to be fired. I have not heard from a congressional committee or congressional Black Caucus or anyone as to what hearings we are about to have. But I do know that I'm highly pissed that what looks to be whips are being used on black bodies by those we pay through our tax dollars. I know that. And I know that we deserve answers in this country because we're the ones who finance what just happened through our tax dollars. They are accountable to us, not just to a politician or to a supervisor, but to us. They are public service and they should act like it. Boils my blood, a lot of back and forth. People are saying they don't know exactly all the context. Adrienne, do you need a lot more context here?
No, not in particular. The fact that whips are being used against Black bodies, as you've noted, it just harkens of another time, which is right now. A lot of people want to think that we're past a lot of the racism that goes on and past the Jim Crow era, past the slave era. And no, it just takes on different forms. And this is an example of this. And the fact that she doesn't have enough information, I don't necessarily know how new that information is when it came to her, the press secretary. But at the same time, there already should have, no pun intended, been whips cracked in terms of getting those agents off of their horses and out of their jobs.
Yeah, quickly. And let me give a description of what happened. A mounted US Border Patrol agent shouted commands in a tense encounter with Haitian migrants wading through the Rio Grande near Del Rio, Texas, as the Haitians tried to climb onto the US side of the river Sunday afternoon. The agent shouted, "Let's go, get out now, back to Mexico." And according to the report, utilizing that whip routinely with those commands. I stand by my original position. I don't need new context here. I don't need additional context to know that the action is wrong. I do need more information about how deep it goes, because right now, I do not believe this is the only Border Patrol agent doing something like this. I simply don't believe that, not at all. So I need to know how deep this goes. I need to know how far it stretches and how long it has been happening. Because once again, ultimately, these individuals are connected to money I pay, damn it. And I don't want my money going for things like that. Now, there's a whole lot of stuff I can't control. I fight. I can't control if this country wants to blow people up and kill them. It's called war. I don't want to go to war. I can't control that. They take my tax dollars, they take your tax dollars, and they do what they choose when it comes to combat. But this is something domestically that we at least should have much more influence over, because these individuals work for the domestic safety of this country as well. Adrienne, am I out of line here?
No, not at all. This is completely and totally unacceptable. There should be no circumstances under which this was appropriate behavior and a way to handle individuals. And the fact is that you're absolutely right. This can't be the first time. We've seen a lot of how the migrant populations have been treated by Border Patrol and by federal agents. And it just really shows the lack of humanity for people so long as they have a certain melanin count.
Yep. And listen, I know there are some Democrats who are going to reach out to me, and they are going to be bitter because I talked about Biden. I'm talking about Harris too. I need decisive leadership on this. I am disappointed because I thought in matters like this, they at least would get it right sometimes. I'm not hearing anything, all right? So whatever Democrat wants to bring me smoke for holding the powerful accountable, bring it. But here, this is a show of truth, because I guarantee you, if this happened under the administration of Donald Trump, you will get the same smoke for Donald Trump that I'm giving to Biden, all right? That's how we do it here.